Alright, now, welcome back to Let's Play Batman Arkham Asylum, Finding the Riddles. We're heading to the Botanical Garden. But as I was saying in the previous video, there is a certain group of people, you'll find them all over the place, really, of gamer people, whatever you would like to call them, who cannot stand for you to play the game that you own the way you want to play it. They feel that you should play the game the way they say the game should be played. And, this can manifest from anything from, like, the Bethesda games and Fast Travel, this game, Detective Vision. There's just this, it's hilarious. You see them on, web forums and all kinds of places, just bitching up a storm about how someone else plays their game. And that makes me laugh, because they're so utterly ridiculous. Okay, I don't have the map for here, so I'm just kind of I think there's something in this room right here, though. But as I was saying, they crack me out. They'll dictate, like, weapons you should use, and they're always about challenge and who is the real, real gamers, or whatever you want to call them. They're just, well, they're pains in the ass more than anything. But it was just something that I've noticed over the years, and they have this, like, insane, like, challenge thing they like to have, where, I don't know, maybe it's because, I just hit 25, and I've been doing, games pretty much since, the Nintendo era. And anytime I see, it's like, you're like the people who, for instance, took Final Fantasy X and figured out how to beat it by never ever using the sphere grid. All they did was, a liberal use of, I think, Riku's mix and some stats effects. It took them 200, 300, 400, 500 hours to do, but they managed to do it, and now of course, they write the thing and tell everybody about it. But it's like, I can understand you wanted to do that, but why? What was the purpose? Well, I did it for the challenge. Well, okay, but couldn't you have done something?
I couldn't take anymore. I just hid. I heard him screaming as he was dragged into the plants. Then nothing. The plants came alive. I saw one pick up one of Joker's men.
So, it just, something that cracks me up. And then, of course, they, half the reason they do anything like that is, of course, to, basically, you gotta wave around your e-cock, your e-peen, your internet dick, and you're, okay, and it has to be bigger and harder than everyone else's. It's just, some people crack me up with the way that they will just bitterly complain about someone else playing a single-player game that they have nothing to do with. That looks like Waka. Huh. Oh, I found that. Okay, that was the map. I just thought there was just a trophy in there. But just getting on other people's cases and, like, adamantly arguing that, every game should cater to them and any feature that they don't like shouldn't be in. And, I've said it before, I don't consider challenge to be, like, wander around for hours upon hours. That's not challenge. Challenge to me is, like a combat system, or, some interesting kind of puzzles. But I just don't see it as a lot of people do, with, like, a challenge for, okay, you're playing a game and it's time to wander around for just hours and hours. That's not a challenge. And yet some people, yeah, they'll insist that's challenge right there, having to, just go through this mind-numbing pain in the ass just to get anywhere. I think I've already been here, but so that's my poorly explained little rant there. Just because it was something I saw earlier. And I was, just trying to get... That are the people who, like, have these... Something that always cracks me up. People who have the really long, like, message forums kind of stuff where they'll go, the game would be great if it had this or if it had that, or I think it should do this. And it's like, I can understand why you do that, but let's not kid ourselves in actually thinking that the game developers are listening to, like, GameFAQs message forums. They don't give a shit. Alright, where's this question mark? I didn't want to go back down here. But anyway, not to get off on a little tangent there, it's just something that I was reminded of and that cracks me up. What is that? Ah, okay, there we go. I don't know, I see that trophy. You're not fooling me. Come on.
How are you doing this?
You gave me a map. But anyway, seeing how we're playing a DC game, some people might be curious, or maybe not, but it gives me something to talk about. Max, what DC characters do you like? And honestly, like I said, I've always been more of a Marvel fan. But if I had to pick a DC character that has always been an interest to me, I would have to go with the, what's this? The Green Lantern. I've always kind of had it. That's probably the one character I like. I prefer the original. The original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. He had a magic ring. But I just kind of like the whole idea, the whole power ring aspect. And some such things. Okay, I know it's got to be... No. Gone the wrong way. But it's because I always prefer, simple things. And even though I think the power ring, they've stated, over and over again, is the most powerful weapon in all the universe. And they never really explain that, but alright, and how it can do everything even though it's just a techno ring. But, it's just, I like the simplicity of it. It's just, a ring. It does certain things. I always kind of like the lore of it. To me, it's a little more interesting than Superman, where he just kind of pulls things out of his ass because, he's a solar-powered alien. And I've always kind of had a thing for, magical artifacts. Oh, duh, must have walked past it I don't know how many times. There's the rat catcher thing. Alright, well, who is this guy? I don't even know this one. Oh, an ability to control rats. Oh, how original. Otis Flanagan. Sounds Irish. I'm going to turn this off. No, go to the map. Alright, we're getting there. So, yeah, I would like to see a decent Green Lantern game. Like I said, I think in a previous video I heard they're going to do one to tie in with the movie. Not too thrilled about that myself, just because movie tie-ins, they're never any good. I mean, look at the Batman game before this, Batman Begins. It was a piece of shit. Ah, the abandoned chamber. This is another one I don't like because you gotta fool around just to get around. Obviously you can't grapple, you can't... I hate that. See, now it's like, once again, somebody might say, well, that's challenge. You gotta figure out your way there. You can't just take the easy way and go right to where you need to go. You gotta figure out the very specific only way to get their path, and that's just, to me, that's not really challenge as much as it's irritating. And yeah, don't do that. What the fuck was that? Considering that I've basically finished this game and I've only managed to put up one video, I can't really respond to anybody's questions or comments or concerns. But if anybody is listening to this later on when I finally post it, you know, and you have questions, comments, concerns, I live for that kind of thing. I want comments. But you know, if you're just going to tell me like, oh, you're gay or some shit like that, you know, if you're going to try to insult me, you got to really think of the huge, massive insult that I've never ever heard. You know. There's a trophy up there. I see it. How do I get there? Obviously, you see, you can't grapple. So irritating. Yeah, because that's what I want to do. I want to climb up the... Well, there's obviously part of a question mark right there. Where's the rest of it? Oh, probably got to get up higher. Like I said, you know, I just hate this kind of, basically, this is, I guess you might could call it a puzzle. The whole, you know, find the one specific way that we thought of to get somewhere. And if you screw up one time, you know, you got to start right back from the beginning. Oh, I didn't think I'd make that jump. I was about to get pissed. But, you know, it's like this what I'm doing right here. I don't consider this challenging. This is just more tedium. And there's a door that I don't want to go in. And I wonder if that's where I started from. I have a feeling it is where I started from. Damn it. Alright, see, once again, I screwed up, so now I got to start all over. To find that one little path that's the way that I'm allowed to go. You know, who thought that this was a great idea? I don't know. But I don't like them. Motherfuck you. Ugh. Go to jump, get caught on a wall, start all over again. Because that's what I want to do. I just love starting all over from the beginning. Well, no, wait, the other way. From the beginning. Or is it? Was it? Yes? No? Alright. Okay. And as I know I got more trophies in the catacombs, you're going to see me do a lot more of what you see me do right now. Which is just fucking try to figure out where the one single place that you're allowed to go is. Assuming it's got to be somewhere around here. I don't want to climb that because it'll just jump on down. Wait a minute. Oh, yes. Isn't this so entertaining? This is such a challenge. Where the... Well, you know what? Almost up to 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop, save it here, and maybe